Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. Welcome back to Train Fever, folks. My name, of course, is Open Potato, and today we have got a mission for the ages. And I decided to start the episode just looking out onto the wonderful town of Congleton over there. Many passengers, many in Sidmouth as well. I've skipped forward a couple of years just to make sure that that our financial position is a little bit more secured. It wasn't really in a bad position or whatever, but now it's in a safe position. Okay, so what we are planning to do is try and organize a route from Congleton all the way down to Whitby. And I honestly have no idea how I plan on doing this quite yet. It's going to be interesting to see if this can be pulled off. I don't know. But yeah, basically we need to get Whitby to Congleton. And I've got a couple of problems with this whole deal, right? Is the fact that we want to make sure that the trains turn around. At least at the moment, we can't just run a train from Congleton to Whitby, because otherwise, look, if it started off at Congleton, it would go to Whitby, it would probably manage to get from one side of the track to the other over here, but basically, if the train is coming back up here, it ain't gonna have much success, I don't think. So, we need to adjust the track a little bit, try and sort things out just a smidgen, because otherwise there'll be real issues. In fact, you know what? No, let's not sort anything out. Let's just try and see what the trains actually do if we just give them a route. We'll just give them a route. We are, of course, going to be using the Litra P, because anything else would just be ridiculous, because the Litra P is my favorite, absolute favorite train by miles. Alright, so 4 carriages. Seems pretty standard. Let's start up a new line right over here. Boom. Get rid of that. Alright, so the new line, we can give it a crazy creative name in a minute as soon as I start getting creative, which, as people may know, doesn't happen very often. It really doesn't. And we'll see, where do you go? Are you just going to go up here and switch back onto this line over there? Okay. What about over here? You just going to do the same? It seems that it'll just reuse this little bit of track. I guess that's actually probably okay. I guess this is going to be okay. We're going to call this the tunneler. Tunneler? Is that how you spell tunneler? I have no idea how you spell tunneler. I'm going to presume that is how you spell tunneler. That is a big presumption. A big presumption? No, it's not a big presumption. It's a big presumption. Let's stick you on tunneler. And let's see how that actually works. So this is going to be the first route that we're going to set up between Congleton and Whitby. Now, bear in mind, we did have a route that covered Congleton and Whitby, and that was the big one, and that was fairly unsuccessful. So we don't really want to be doing that nonsense again at all. Thank you very much. If I just take you into the finances, you can see that, well, at the moment, everything is pretty profitable. I mean, I am happy with that. Very happy indeed. We also need to start setting up trams. That is something that we really do need to do. I don't really think... Yeah, Whitby does not have a transport network, so why don't we set up some trams? Because we said we were going to, we might as well, you know, actually do it. Maybe I should start delivering on what I said I was going to do. Oh, yeah! Open wagon. Alright, so nothing really unbelievably major. Alright, let's get some trams set up. One over there. One over there. One over there. Over here. Over here. Oh, Whitby's a really darn big town, isn't it? It really is. There. 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 Here. Alright, so I'm just trying to set up like a roughly circular route. Yeah, maybe that'll work. We'll give it a shot. We just need to try and connect all of the routes together. Fingers crossed that should work just fine. If I can remember the way that we bloody set it out. Okay, so over here, over here, over here. Why would you go down? Oh, whatever. There. There. Okay, this is going to be a big, big route, isn't it? Holy cow. It's going to be a big one. I failed to see the logic behind this setup, but I guess if that's how the game wants to play it, then you do you, game. You do you. I'm just going to call this one Tram. You know, honestly, I don't think we need any creative name for this. Tram Whitby. Tram Whitby. We'll see how this actually works. I don't really know. I don't know how many passengers we're expecting to get. I think I was going to go for the... Oh man, these are really cool. They can carry 21 passengers. Maybe we should just get the latest ones. The latest and greatest ones. I don't know. I honestly do not know. And also, perhaps before we do that, right? Let's get a stop just outside the train station, because, you know, if I was gonna get the train, I would like to be delivered by tram. Thank you very much. So, what is this station called? It's called Park Lane. Click on that. Add station. Boom. After Park Lane. Simple as that. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. So, I don't know how many passengers we're expecting. So, I guess we start off with the... Not the old type of tram, but the modern-ish type of tram. I mean, if they cost the same amount of money, and this one is a little bit better, I think. Yeah, they cost the same amount of running expenses as well, so... Let's just go with the Lita Sprovagan. The Lita Vasprogavan. Okay. Wait, what? We should just be able to assign you to... What? Tram Whitby. What? What? What is going on? We need tram lines. Of course. Of course. I was like, why can these trams not travel along here? It's because they have literally no lines. So let's try and stick some lines in. I have no idea about the cost of this infrastructure. I would imagine it's going to be... It doesn't seem that it's actually too expensive. I mean, I'm just clicking everywhere because at this point, I have no idea where the trams are actually going to go. Alright, you need to be thin track. You can be fat track again. Again, I have no idea how this is going to work out. Please humor me. I'm just along for the exciting ride. All right. All of this needs to be done. It just needs to be done because you have no idea where the trams are actually going to go. You might decide to go on a little adventure that I don't know about, so I'm just accounting for every single possible option. And if I miss a single like corner of tram track or something, then that could be catastrophe. Could be absolute catastrophe. Alright, where's that new line that we created? We created a new line, which is kind of stupid. Delete line. There we go. Alright. You, set line, tram Whitby. Good. Seems moderately successful. This seems actually not bad. There is a little bit of a delay, because you're stuck behind a bloody wagon with a top speed of 15 kilometers per hour, whereas the top speed on this bad boy is 50 kilometers per hour. How crazy is that? That is pretty darned awesome, actually. Is there any way that we can... No, I don't think there's anything that we can do to speed up the transportation of wood. I mean, we could... I suppose we could actually link this up by train. That is something that we could totally do. I mean, we've already got an industry line down here. Something to think about, actually. Huh, actually, you know? It's not a bad thought. What is a... What is this? Overhead... I don't want any overhead nonsense. Wait a minute. Can we electrify track? Electrification. Oh, shit. That's kind of neat. I didn't know that. I think that must be a new feature. Well, not a new feature to the game, but just a recently unlocked feature. Alright, so how is the bus service going? It's looking poor. Looking not very good. In fact, meanwhile, how's the Congleton going? The whatever you call it. What is the tunneler? How many passengers do you have? 0 out of 32. And how many passengers are waiting here? 1. How many are waiting at Congleton? None. Come on, there must be some appetite for a route that goes through the tunnel. Really? Nothing? I mean, I suppose you are kind of slow at 45 miles an hour, but honestly, I would expect people to be raving about the opportunity to go through a tunnel that's going to take 10 years or whatever. So yeah, now we've got the necessary money to complete the massive infrastructure project that I was talking about a while ago over here. I mean, I've been talking about it on and off for like 20 episodes or something. But we do have technically enough money to do that, but, you know, let's face it, it's not something that we really want to do at this moment in time. It's just not a great investment of resources. And considering it would only get us 1 bridge, and we kind of want 2 bridges, yeah, it wouldn't really work. Wouldn't really work, unfortunately. Shit happens, you know, shit happens. Alright, so You Got Wood is still going strong over there, but I think, you know, I think we can do better than this. I think we can do way better than this. And so we are going to try a little project. We're going to see what happens. Are you almost full up? You're almost full up of goods. Let's put it in 3 times speed so you fill up with goods just a smidgen faster. Wait, did your number of goods go down? What the fuck? We need more goods on this train, please. I would love to see cargo. And where's the other train? Because we want to demolish this station and replace it with a 3rd track. It's going to be our largest station to date. Come on, get out of there, get out of there. Oh, fucking hell. Go to a depot. Go to a depot? Go to a depot for now. Honestly, I'm not interested in your complaining. Vehicle in the way, vehicle in the way, vehicle in the way. Still a fucking vehicle in the way. Alright, and pause. Okay, cool. Here's the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to get a station. We're going to say 3 tracks. In fact, you know what? Let's say 4 tracks. Let's be ballsy. Let us be very, very ballsy indeed. There's a collision, really? There shouldn't be a collision. If there is, that's not really a problem. Demolish a little bit here, a little bit there. A little bit everywhere. Train station, freight station. That's the ticket. Is that good enough? 5 tracks, maybe? Should we be ever so ballsy? Man, oh man, this is gonna be like an industrial center. It's kind of crazy what we're going to have going on here. So that is going to go over there. You are going to go... Maybe that was the wrong way to do this. You go in there. You go in there. I want to point out, this is a hugely inefficient way of doing things, but it is going to kind of work. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take this track down here, and we're going to make that run parallel with this track that we've got going here, so we can, fingers crossed, minimize expenses and get across level crossings and stuff like that. It's kind of the hope. And also, I don't think it's going to interfere with any of the routes or whatever, so wait a minute, what train are you? You're on the 2nd goods by train, which means we need to set you on just normal goods by train. So fingers crossed that still works out perfectly. Looks like it will, you know? It looks like it will. I've got high hopes for this route. I really do. Now, a little bit of cargo has managed to escape and managed to disappear. That's a little bit pesky, but we'll try to make sure that we capture all of the goods. Obviously, that's a little bit annoying. When you demolish a station, all of the goods that you store up just disappear. That kind of sucks, but I don't really care. It's fine. Alright, anyway, let's take this track down. Now, it's worth noting, right? It's worth noting that these tracks are never actually going to meet. There's never going to be an opportunity to cross from one track to another. We're literally just taking it down all the way over here. Construction not possible. I beg to differ, game. I beg to differ. Construction. Are you telling me construction is not possible? That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Well, that's fine. It doesn't need to stay parallel forever because at some point we are obviously going to have to forge our own route across the world. Let's go for some Swedish style level crossing. And let's bring the train all the way over here. I don't like how that goes up. Can we just try and keep that a little bit level? Oh, I don't like the mark that it's going to make on the land. That's what kind of annoys me. And that's just the speed that goes at is just too slow. It's too high of a curvature. We just need to be more careful with the curves, I think. Come on. Come on, 120. It's the sweet spot that we're aiming for. And we need to get the station roughly within this vicinity. I don't think this is going to be too difficult to actually do. Let's actually plant the station first. And see if that's a little bit easier to manage. I think we need a little bit of road. Yeah, something like that. That should be pretty darned easy to do. Let's get a station out. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. That looks like we could be onto a winner with that one. And you know what? We don't even need to connect the track very far either. Okay, is there any possibility that we can just curve this round just ever so slightly? Maintain the 120 miles an hour. 113 miles an hour, I'll take that. 76. 78. I mean, 70 miles an hour is good and all, but it could be a damn sight better, that's for sure. 83. So any way to do better than that manually? I somehow think not. Maybe we take it back a little bit further. I mean, it's just about trial and error, I suppose, isn't it? 120 and then to 108. I'll take that. And it doesn't butcher the land in a horrifically unenvironmentally friendly way. I'd like to think, anyway. Okay, so now all we need to do is add a little depot. And we can add this depot just over here. It doesn't really matter where we add the bloody depot. So it's only going to be one train operating on this route. We're going to buy the train. We're going to get the Litra P because I'm in love with the Litra P. You know me. I'm in love with the Litra P. And we can take 8 coal on that or 8 iron ore. An open wagon, we can take coal or iron ore. Tank wagon, no. Stake car. Stake car seems to be exactly what we need. What is this? 120 miles an hour top speed. We don't really need the top speed, to be honest, but it would be nice if we could utilize it, but I guess we can't, so. both of these seem very, very similar. So, in fact, it seems ridiculous not to go for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5? 5. 5. That's right. We don't muck around here, folks. And we're actually going to change it. We're going to change You Got Wood, because I really like the creative name. Add station. Here, Whitby transfer. All the way over here. Wait, what? We've got 2 Whitby transfers. Because that's not going to get confusing. At all. You got wood. Okay, that seemed to work. That's grand. I'm glad. Also, it's going to give us an opportunity to just get rid of all of these dudes. Oh my god. Have I fucked something up? Go to depot. Go to depot. Send all vehicles back to depot. Apart from the bloody train, which I just literally sent out. You are going to be put on the route. You got wood. There you go. How simple is that? Pretty darn simple if you ask me. Alright, let's see if it does actually work. Yeah, here we go. Awesome. So it seems that wood is going to be heading definitely in here. That is really, really good news. And it should be delivered so much quicker. Oh, shit. Shit. Yeah, I did forget about that one single thing. Yeah. No, shit. We're just going to have to let it go. That's annoying. But I guess for the future, not that one, You Got Wood, we need to go for full load. Not at that second one, but we'll go for the Whitby transfer full load. I don't know why they're both called Whitby transfer. That seems like a major oversight for me. Or not for me, to me. It really does. So fingers crossed we see all of the wood that is actually just coming into this area. And fingers crossed all of the future wood comes into this area as well. So that we can really take advantage of the fact that we've got a brand new line that theoretically doesn't interact with any of the other lines. That's the dream at least. And we're still getting all of our goods, which is lovely to see. Oh, this is being called Lower Whitby now. Good. I'm glad that it's being called Lower Whitby. That seems like a much more sensible name. My god, this area is getting a lot of wood. Now, I'm just going to let the train come back just to see what actually happens. See if we've got enough capacity on these trains to take all of the product. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We want to get all of the good stuff onto the train, if it's all possible. I think that should be it in the distance. Looks like it. Train number 14 on You Got Wood. Got capacity for 40 wood. So as long as this number doesn't crest 40, we should be absolutely A-okay. 100% fine. Which is what I'm hoping. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go over 40. And if it does, it's only going to go slightly over 40, which should theoretically mean we'll be fine. Now, I think we could probably afford to add a couple more carriages onto this bad boy, so we might actually do that, you know? We might actually do that. Here we go. Wow, look at all that. That is impressive. I don't know how much money we're going to get, but theoretically we should be saving money because we're just, you know, cutting out a huge number of road vehicles. Like, look at all of this. Look at all of this. You can't even buy these road vehicles anymore, you know? There's nothing that you can buy because they're just so unbelievably outdated. I want to see how much money this gets, actually. That's what I'm curious about. All of these can be sold. They can, yeah, literally all be sold. We'll do that in a minute. Are we going to have to do this manually? Oh, well, whatever, look. There we go. We make 300 bucks per road vehicle sold. Now, how much money are we going to make from this? Because this is a lot of wood. Like, don't get me wrong. This is a lot of wood. 525k. That is the amount of money that we used to make in a year. Right? In a year, using all of the road vehicles, we made that much money in a year. And we just made that in one single fucking run. That is major for us. That is major money right there. Anyway, folks, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Train Fever. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. Hopefully, you'll tune in next time for some more. Until then, bye.